Every major transformation in life begins not with a dramatic event, but with a single, almost invisible step. People love to imagine that change comes suddenly like a lightning strike that illuminates the whole sky at once. But the truth is far simpler and far more beautiful. Real change happens quietly, in small consistent actions repeated day after day. It is the daily decision to try again, to improve a little, to show up even when you don't feel like it. That shapes the direction of your life. That is the power of everyday effort. We often underestimate the value of these small steps because they look insignificant in the moment. When you start a new habit, waking up early, reading for 5 minutes, stretching your body, drinking more water, it doesn't seem life-changing at first. In fact, it can feel almost pointless. But every tiny action adds up, creating momentum you cannot see yet. Like drops of water carving a canyon over thousands of years, your small efforts shape the life you are building. The biggest mistake people make is believing that change requires intensity instead of consistency. They push themselves hard for a week, then burn out and quit. They sprint, collapse, and conclude they are failures. But life doesn't reward sudden bursts of effort. It rewards steady progress. One small step every day is more powerful than one giant leap followed by exhaustion. The tortoise, not the hare, is the real example of sustainable success. When you show up every day, even in small ways, you teach your mind discipline. Discipline is not about harshness or punishment. It is about keeping a promise to yourself. It is the quiet power of saying, "I will not give up on me" each time you follow through. Even with a simple action, you strengthen your self-trust. And self-trust is the foundation of a strong and resilient life. Think about a seed planted in the soil. For weeks, nothing seems to happen. The soil looks unchanged. The garden looks still. But underground, unseen by human eyes, roots are forming, strengthening, preparing for growth. Then one morning, a small green sprout appears. That sprout is the visible result of invisible effort. You are the same. The results you want may not show immediately, but that does not mean nothing is happening. Your roots are forming. One of the most powerful lessons in life is realizing that small steps compound. When you repeat an action day after day, the effects multiply. A 5-minute workout becomes a stronger body. A short daily walk becomes a peaceful mind. Reading a few pages a day becomes a well-educated mind. Saving a small amount of money becomes financial stability. Every small act grows far larger than its size. But the reverse is also true. Small negative actions compound as well. Skipping one day becomes skipping a week. A moment of procrastination becomes a habit of avoidance. A small act of self-doubt becomes a pattern of giving up. This is why awareness matters. Every choice you make, no matter how small, is a vote for the person you are becoming. So choose wisely. Small steps also make your goals less overwhelming. When you think about the entire mountain you need to climb, you may feel discouraged before you even begin. But if you focus only on the next small step, the journey becomes manageable. You don't need to see the whole path to start walking. You just need to move forward today. Even a little. Everyday effort also builds resilience. When life gets difficult, and it always does, your daily habits become your anchor. They keep you grounded. They remind you that you're capable of taking action even during hard times. You realize that progress is still possible even when motivation disappears. Habit becomes your strength when motivation fails. Consistency leads to mastery. It is not talent or luck that creates experts. It is practice repeated thousands of times. Every master was once a beginner who chose not to quit. Every expert once struggled with the basics. Your journey may feel slow, but slow is not failure. Slow is learning, building, strengthening. Slow is sustainable. Slow becomes unstoppable. The beauty of small steps is that they create unexpected opportunities. You may start with a simple habit, writing a paragraph a day, exercising for 10 minutes, and suddenly, months later, You find yourself transformed. You discover strengths you didn't know you had. Doors open that once seemed locked. The life you imagine becomes possible not because of one big action, but because of hundreds of quiet ones. So if you feel lost, stuck, or overwhelmed, start small. Start today. Do something simple. Walk for 5 minutes. Drink a glass of water. Stretch for a moment. Write down one thought. These actions may seem insignificant, but each one is a declaration. I am moving forward, and that declaration, repeated daily, becomes your new identity. You don't need to change your whole life overnight. You don't need to fix everything at once. You don't need to rush. The only thing you need is the courage to take the next small step. That step will lead to another, and another, and soon, without realizing it, you will be standing in a place you once only dreamed of. In the end, small steps create big changes because they change who you are. They reshape your habits, your mindset, your confidence, and your identity. When you commit to everyday effort, you tell yourself that you are worthy of growth, worthy of discipline, and worthy of a better life. And that belief becomes the foundation of all transformation. So let today be your beginning. Not tomorrow. Not next month, today. Take one small step toward the life you want. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be impressive. It just has to be true. Because small steps repeated with heart will always lead you somewhere extraordinary. And when you look back, you will realize that the power to change your life was always in your hands, one small step at a time.